Participants were taken through various topics such as mental health, the power of full engagement, managing change, managing students with health and emotional challenges in the school environment, among others. Speaking to News Generation on the sidelines on the Time Conference, lecturer at the Department of Psychiatry of the University of Ghana School of Medicine and Dentistry, Dr. Seth Mausi Asafo, indicated that 1 out of every 4 persons will develop mental health-related issues in life, and out of this, 30% start when they are younger. He therefore called on parents to be emotionally available for their children to help meet their mental health needs.
Biggest issue with mental health in our part of the world, I say, is stigma. The feeling that mental health is mythical. It is just like every other physical illness. Once we are able to create such an avenue, or we are able to pass that knowledge around, we'll have more people getting interested or more people feeling at ease to work with people like this. I'm a mental health professional. I'm a mental health advocate. And I see the looks I get. I hear things people say, you people, but well enough. It doesn't change anything. The more we speak about it, the more effect we can have on the world or the country.
He advised against stigmatizing people with mental health issues.
It starts from the home. Children will start their bonding with everybody when they are young. So if you're emotionally available to your child when they're younger, when they grow, there's a high likelihood that they will come to you. Now, I have worked with several children who have gone through some kind of traumatic event or, an unusual thing, and they can't tell their parents about it because it's the usual. They don't have the time, or they're judgmental about what you say. So these are they're problematic areas that we all need to work at or investigate. But what I say is that it starts from the house. The child bonds much more easily with their family than anybody else. So it starts at home. Parents, family, friends, all of you. You stand a greater chance of influencing their mental health much more than any professional can.
The principal of Ghana International School, organizers of Time Conference, Dr. Mary Eshen, noted that this year's theme was motivated by the constant disregard of the mental health need of the child.
For this year's conference, we were especially motivated to choose this theme because the issue of mental health is becoming more and more important in our society, and us realizing that mental health affects us at all ages, and for those of us who have the responsibility of teaching children to ensure that they can become balanced individuals, and then when they become adults, that they are balanced adults. All around us we see lots of unbalanced people, and it's not just the person walking on the street. As the keynote speaker said, we tend to think that somebody's mentally unwell when we see them naked on the street, and that's not the case. All of us suffer in one form or the other. For us to be open about it, to discuss it, and especially as educators then to ask ourselves what we could do in classrooms to be able to bring about change.
She also outlined some measures parents can adopt to have a parent and child friendly environment.
Oftentimes our children have grown to believe, or are growing to believe, that they must be seen and not heard, and this produces adults who cower in front of authority. They're not able to speak their minds, and so we're trying to teach the children you can speak your mind, right, and still be respectful. I think that's something that we're not quite sure how to do in Ghana, but we're trying to teach the children that. And then while we're doing that, we're also trying to teach the parents that there's a way to talk to your children if you want a certain effect. If you yell and scream all the time, you'll get a yelling and screaming child as well, and you'll get an adult who does not know how to solve problems except by yelling and screaming as well.
Dr. Carol Matthias O'Shea, a participant, reiterated the importance of caring for the emotional need of the child.
This conference, especially this year's theme, is really very important to me and to our school because it's looking at the emotional and mental well-being of our students. And it's important because, traditionally in education, we don't always look at that aspect of our children's health. We're more concerned about their academic performance, their intellectual performance, and then we're concerned about their physical health. But it's important now that we also start paying attention to their mental and emotional well-being, especially in very rigorous academic settings.
Dorcas Buedu for News Generation.